yourself this moment to just luxuriate in your body. Feel the sensuousness in your body and on the bed. You'll feel the sheet texture. Just let your body know, oh, I'm getting ready to wake up, getting ready to get all the juices flowing. Give your arms a nice stretch, feet and legs. Okay, I'm going to talk for a moment, so I'm going to get up and try to get the blanket off. There we go. Hi, I'm Cynthia, and this is Get Fit in the Comfort of Your Own Bed. Today we're going to do some very small but important work. We're going to work on our fingers, our hands and wrists, our forearms, our elbows, and our shoulders. Just think of how almost everything you do in life involves parts of the arms and hands. Some of it will be very small, and some of it will be large and flowing. So I hope you enjoy today. You'll notice I have a pillow because we're going to work just the areas that I talked about, so I want your legs to just be able to relax down. So we're going to begin with our diaphragmatic breathing, all right? So get yourself comfortable, put a pillow under your knees, take your hands, put them on the bottom curve of your rib cage, let your legs just totally relax. Closing your eyes, because by now we're really getting familiar with our breath patterns, how it's changing, and what we're feeling inside, our inner landscape, our interoception, how we feel in our bodies. And take a long, deep breath in. And a nice exhale out. And breathe in deeply. Feel your rib cage expand. And exhale. Nice long exhale. And everything goes back to neutral. And breathe in. I'm starting to feel the ribs that are on the bed. You know, we forget our rib cage goes all the way around, starting to also widen. And exhale. And that's great because your lower lungs, at the back of your lungs, are getting more breath. And breathe in. Nice and big and wide and full. And exhale, nice and long. You might feel your abdomen rising and then falling. And again, breathe in. Nice breath. Feel the width between each rib. And exhale, everything going back to neutral. And here the abdomen would drop. One more time. In through the nose, deeply. And exhale, nice and long. Okay, that felt great. All right, we're going to start now with our shoulders. So take your hands and put them on your shoulder joints. And we're going to go back to those circles that we've made before. This time the circle's at the tip of your elbow. Breathing continuously, circling the elbows out and around, and up and out and down. Keep going, keep breathing up the shoulder with the elbows, and out and down. And again, notice what's happening in your shoulder joints. Do they both feel the same? Does one feel tighter than the other? You also might notice as the elbows go out to the side, you might feel a nice stretch along the top of your chest. And keep going, breathing continuously through your nose, inhaling and exhaling as the elbows go round, making circles in space. 2 more times, up and out and down and up and out and down. Woo, that's good. Give your shoulders a nice shake and shrug. Yeah, we've worked on range of motion, circulation, strength in your shoulders. Now we're going to focus on the fingers and the arms. So this combination has 4 counts. You might want to watch it once to get to know it. First one, we bring the heel of the hand, the palms, and the fingers all together, actually pressing into each other. My elbows are out to the side, but my shoulders are relaxed. And this is count 1. Count 2, we interlace the fingers. Count 3, turn your palms to the ceiling and stretch your arms out. Remember, keep the elbows soft. You should really feel this in your wrists, forearms maybe. And count 4, we relax the elbows and we press the spread fingers together. It's kind of like what we called as a child the church steeple. So, exercise in 4. Count 1, press the hands together, elbows out. Count 2, interlace your fingers. Count 3, turn the palms to the ceiling and gently lengthen the arms out. That's a really good stretch for the wrist and forearms. And count 4, the fingers are pressing against each other with hands spread. And again, 1, palms together, heel of the hand together, fingers pressing. 2, interlace fingers. And 3, rotate to the ceiling and stretch. This is such a good stretch. Take a breath there for a moment and count 4. Come back to the church steeple where you're pressing the stretched fingers together. Again, 1, pressing the full hands together. 2, interlace the fingers. 3, rotate and stretch to the ceiling. And 4, widened fingers press together, really stretching. And again, count 1, full hand press. Count 2, interlace those fingers. Count 3, turn the palm to the ceiling, stretch it out. Oh, that's really feeling good now. I'm really feeling the stretch has really warmed up my wrists and my forearms. I can feel it in my fingers even. And last count, 4, stretch the fingers against each other. Take some nice breaths. Relax your elbows and release. All right, that was quite a workout. Give your arms a release, a little shake. Now we're going to get a little bit more specific. So just watch closely if you wish to. I'm going to take the index finger of my left hand, put my right elbow on the bed. So there's a real support. And in fact, your entire body should be sinking into the bed and feeling the bed supporting you. With my index finger, I'm going to go 1 finger at a time. So watch just once. I'm going to press my pinky back as much as is comfortable. continuously breathing through my nose. And we're going to continue that with each finger. All right, let's begin. Breathing. Index finger to the pinky, stretch. Feels good. And index finger to the ring finger, and stretch. We very rarely use our fingers in this position. And next finger, middle finger, pressing it down. I can feel this finger is a little tighter than my other ones. Pay attention to all this in your own body. This is all about getting to know your body from the inside and taking your finger, stretch the index finger. Now we're coming to that place that's a U shape between the index finger and the thumb. And this is a place that gets very tight, especially if you garden or stay at the keyboard a lot or do a lot of holding with your hand. So taking your fingers, just really rub in there. I'm very tight in there, so I'm using quite a lot of pressure, and I'm really rubbing that area, really getting in there firmly. If you're sensitive, just use a lighter touch. And I'm going to keep making these circles with the index finger and the thumb until I feel a release. I can start feeling the muscles going, oh, okay. Ooh, that feels good. Now take your index finger and stretch the thumb. Now some people have thumbs that go too far. You really don't want it to go more than 90 degrees. If it does, have a little pressure against it. All right, now shake out that hand, the fingers. Okay, that feels great. Any of you who spend a lot of time at the keyboard, this is such a great thing to do. Let's begin the other side. I'm going to put my left elbow down on the bed for support and take the right index finger, beginning with the pinky. And I'm going to stretch the pinky back just as far as is comfortable. Oh, I heard a crack in there. So some bone went into place. And ring finger, pressing down. I notice that the fingers on this side feel a little looser than the fingers on the other side, which is surprising to me because I'm left-handed. And you'll learn a lot about your body doing this. And stretch the middle finger. And even this finger is a little bit more stretched than on my other hand. And index finger, stretching. Feels great. I hope it feels really great to you. Now again, taking my index finger and thumb of my right hand, I'm going into that U place between the index and the thumb, and I'm going to make circles and really massage it. I'm giving myself a really self-massage. I'm digging in deeply because I'm very tight there. Really working the area. Bring circulation. Circulation will bring all the oxygen and the nutrients. Give your muscles and fascia a chance to relax. Okay, last one. Take your index finger, stretching your thumb, remembering not to go beyond 90 degrees. Nice breath in and out, and shake your hand out. Shake your fingers out, both hands down. Oh wow, that feels great. I really feel like my fingers have had a vacation and feel really new again. So now we're going to get even more specific. We're going to massage individual joints. This is particularly important if you have any kind of arthritis, particularly osteoarthritis, where you get those knobs in your wrists. So taking my left hand, the thumb and the index finger, I'm going to make little circles on the middle joint of each finger on my right hand. And I'm going to circle, and the finger will move, but the initiation is coming from my left hand making circles. And I'm feeling into the joint. What does it feel like? Feeling the circulation, feeling the fluid in the joint. Feels great. Moving on to the ring finger. Now each finger has 3 joints, and I'm just showing this on one. If you have time, it would be great to do it on all 3 joints. So as I move this joint, I can feel how really tight it is. I'm going to take some breaths in and out as I keep working it until I feel it. Okay, now I feel it getting warmer. Yeah. Okay, let's move on now. Middle finger. All right, and I'm making circles. And although my right middle finger is moving, it is my left hand that is making the circles and initiating the movement. And moving on to the index finger, and again I circle. This feels great. My joint is very appreciative. And take a breath. And exhale through the nose and move on to the thumb. And we're going to just make those same circles. Keep circling. You can notice how much bigger this joint feels. Keep doing it. Let me know how it's doing so I know that you're really breathing as you're doing these exercises. The breath is the key. Without changing the breath, nothing in the body will change. All right, and release these fingers and notice, oh yeah, I feel more the individual parts of the fingers. Now I'm going to take my right index finger and my right thumb, really put my left hand on the bed for support, and moving to my pinky, making circles in the middle joint. And the circles are going out, away from the hand, rather than in, away from the finger, away from the hand. And I'm noticing this pinky joint feels smaller than the pinky on my left hand, on my right hand, excuse me. How interesting. Get interested in your own body. Moving on to the ring finger. I'm circling the middle joint. This one feels on me, it feels really nice and loose, but strong. And my continuous breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. And moving on to the middle finger, middle joint. Circling. Nice circles. Yeah, circles are getting easier and easier, aren't they? Because we're getting used to making circles with our body. And this feels really, really good. Continuing to the index finger. Circling. And again, make sure you're relaxing the finger as you're making the circles. You don't want it to be tight because then you really can't get deeply into the joint. And circling and circling. And last, let's go to the thumb, the middle joint, and making circles. And the thumbs do so much work for us. We should really appreciate them and really take the time to take care of them. And breathing in and out, keep circling. And move your fingers. Move the fingers on both hands. My elbows are relaxed so I can really now close my eyes and I'm feeling the individuality of the individual joints of my fingers. We are very complex beings, and the hands being one of the most complex parts of our bodies. All right, let's take a breath now, and we're going to play the piano. Now, I don't think any piano teachers would agree with this technique, but I want you to visualize the length of the keyboard. So, my elbows are first starting on the bed, and I'm just isolating and waving my fingers right in the center of the piano, right in the center keys, and just moving, even my thumb, just moving. And now the elbows are going to release, and I'm going to start using my wrists. Feels a little floaty, and I'm going to go up the keyboard with my right hand and down the keyboard with my left hand, fingers, and wrists. Really feeling the wrists getting some movement and coming back together. I'm moving in towards the center of the keyboard. Now we're going to get fancy. Take your left hand, cross it over the right, and we're going to go down and up the keyboard. You might feel a stretch in other parts of your arms, and coming back together, breathing continuously, in through the nose and out through the nose. Take your right hand over the left and continue. Left hand going up the keyboard, right hand going down the keyboard, and you might feel a stretch any place. I'm even feeling a stretch in my back at this moment, right behind under my shoulders. And come back to center. And now we're going to begin waving over the keyboard. And my elbows and shoulders and forearms and wrists and hands and fingers are all waving. And you can wave up with the right hand up the keyboard and down with the left hand. And keep waving shoulders, elbows, forearms, wrists, hands, fingers, and keep it going just right in the center. Breathing in through that nose, breathing out through the nose. Wow. And just relax. Give your arms a good shake out, your hands, fingers, elbows. We really used a lot of parts of our arms today. All right, take a breath. Good work. So I'm Cynthia. It was great working with you today. Very important work, some very detailed work. This is Get Fit in the comfort of your own bed. I'd like to say one more thing about the fingers. We only did the middle finger joint. When you have time, you could be watching TV or a movie, which is of course very different than going internally, but it helps. You want to do the bottom joint, the middle joint, and the top joint. So, you should feel really great now. I hope when you go into your kitchen to make yourself some breakfast, that your arms and your hands and your wrists feel strong and energized and vital. Have a great day, and I'm Cynthia, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.